painkiller type of guy. I don't feel like painkillers will help me with my pain. I'm a pro marijuana guy, but I can't present that to the world.
Right.
Or I can't use marijuana.
Right.
It's banned. It's not allowed for us to talk about it or really elaborate on those things. As a professional athlete, when we hear marijuana, we kind of shy away from the word. Don't really want to say too much about it or talk too much about it. It's natural herbs. Place here, you know what I'm saying, to cure, you know what I mean, different things, to heal, you know what I'm saying, like whole remedies, like, you know what I mean, different things, like fruits or vegetables, and it's the same thing, it comes from the earth, so I mean, like, I feel like painkillers are man-made, so therefore, like, at any moment, it can hurt you, just like cocaine and heroin, it's all man-made type of drugs, so they have their defects. Old remedies, you know what I mean, like natural herbs, and those are the type of things that help me heal other than painkillers. I feel like painkillers do more damage to my body than anything. I mean, I'm a natural healer. I feel like my body just heals itself. Marijuana can assist with that, but I'm not allowed to use those at this point in time in my career.
Although marijuana is still on the NFL's banned substance list, former and current athletes are still in pursuit of further research on the issue at hand.
Right now, I feel like it's a slight chance due to it's being legal in multiple states. It's hard to keep players from being around it when the world is starting to feel, you know what I mean, feel less dangerous about it or less caring about it. I don't think you can get addicted to marijuana. I feel like marijuana is something that you choose to like. And you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's an addiction. And I've never heard of anybody dying over overdose of marijuana. Images, reputation. I feel like if it's off the ban list, that they would be more accepting to it. People don't want to do something if they tell you not to do it and you can't do it. They're going to look at it bad, you know what I mean? But if the NFL shows that it put it in a good light, then the fans will see it in that aspect. It's like, as well as a player, like you put the player in a good light, the fans going to like that player. You put the player in a bad light, the fans not going to like that player.
NFL star Adrian Peterson is facing new trouble this morning. Prosecutors want the Vikings running back arrested again, this time for alleged drug use.
Cowboys defensive end Randy Gregory has failed another drug test. And per league substance rules, his next suspension would be 1 year.
While we got you here, there's a report that Bronco linebacker Von Miller will be suspended 6 games for violating the league's drug policy. Miller is reportedly not planning to appeal.
Baltimore Ravens safety Matt Elam was arrested and booked into jail at 3:45 in the morning in South Florida on Saturday night.
Buffalo Bills tackle Shontrell Henderson is reportedly facing a 10-game suspension for violating the NFL's substance abuse protocol. but his case may be different than a typical failed drug test. Henderson has Crohn's disease, an incurable ailment that causes inflammation in the digestive tract.
A former Broncos quarterback is convinced a compound found in cannabis can help football players suffering from brain trauma. Jake Plummer.
I can attest that it's definitely helped me, not just inflammation, but my mind, my mental clarity, my mood swings. I'm less aggressive if someone makes me mad.
Ask most of them have they thought about suicide. You know, and I'm sure a lot of them will tell you they have.
I know guys, on my team who smoke, and it's not a situation where you think, oh, these are guys trying to be cool. These are guys who want to, do it recreationally. A lot of it's stress relief. A lot of it's pain and medication. Guys feel like if I can do this, it keeps me away from maybe Vicodin. It keeps me away from pain prescription drugs, and things that guys get addicted to. And you see it come out. There's Brett Favre, back in the day, he had his situation with prescription drugs. And so, guys look at this as a more natural way to heal themselves, to stress relieve, and also to medicate themselves for pain.
So we know that Mr. Jackson is not the first NFL player to be suspended for marijuana. What do you think about this? Should they be allowed to smoke pot and play football?
What's the deal with the pot here, and why an attempt to loosen the reins on marijuana use within the NFL?
There is a groundswell of support for decriminalizing marijuana, and obviously it's something in our country that has been going on for some time. This recent election added several states where marijuana is either now legal or significantly decriminalized, and the NFL has often followed the country when it comes to laws such as these. It certainly seems that the NFLPA is on board.
But the pressure now is coming from players and some in the medical community saying this is a really good pain reliever. It's considered safer, much safer than the opioids that players have to take and have traditionally taken.
There are those who swear it's shrunk their prostate. Others who swear it's calmed their nerves and reduced anxiety. Combine that with the stress and strains of the modern day world, coupled with the reality that according to predictions by the Tax Foundation, legalized marijuana could generate upwards of $28 billion in tax revenue for federal, state, and local governments. And it just might be time to rethink things a little bit.
And yes, this marijuana policy was just renegotiated. The entire drug policy was a couple of years ago outside of a new CBA.
The idea that the league still tests for weed is an outrage. It's not just that it's wrong, it's that it's outrageous.
From what I understand, talking to 10 owners and decision makers around the league, there's a changing attitude toward recreational marijuana use and the discipline associated with that. According to the majority of the people I spoke with, they support the decriminalization of marijuana, either making it tougher again to be suspended for marijuana use, or in some cases, and some people I've spoken with believe that suspension should be off the table for marijuana use.
Well, the NFL understands that they have a problem here. They understand that public sentiment is changing, that the public is more acceptable to the use of marijuana, and the NFL is a capitalistic beast, and they are driven by what public sentiment is demanding. If the public is demanding more violence, the NFL gave it more violence. When the public demanded less violence, the NFL gave it less violence. So the NFL understands that the public sentiment is changing, and therefore the rules need to be changed.
In 2014, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the Compassionate Care Act, which says in part, patients shall not be subject to arrest, prosecution, or penalty in any manner by a business just for taking medical marijuana.
I've had so many ex-teammates, dads has ex-teammates who have had all issues with addiction to the prescription drugs, and I think marijuana is a safer venue, or avenue I should say, to help your body, especially with pain management.
As it results to pain management, the NFL has said they will follow the science regarding potentially allowing medical marijuana. This will be something that will be a CBA issue, but it certainly seems that the owners and decision makers are going a certain way and following the country regarding marijuana use.
Have a tool here that can potentially help former players, current players, and the sport itself.